for this next one, we have a bus. It's traveling at 20 meters per second, which is equivalent to 45 miles an hour, and it speeds up at a constant rate of 2 meters per second squared. What velocity does it reach 5 seconds later? Okay, so what do we have here? We have a bus, and it's traveling at this speed, and it's speeding up at 2 meters per second squared. What velocity does it reach? Okay, so describe to me what the bus is doing. It's going fast, and it's going faster, right? So, once again, what do you think that the initial position is of the bus? What are we going to say it is? Hey, if it's not told to us, we're just always going to say it's equal to 0 meters. What else do we have here? What is this? So a bus is traveling at this. What is that 20 meters per second telling us? Well, it's a velocity, right? And it's traveling at that currently. Oh, so that must be our initial velocity. You might be saying to yourself, well, doesn't a bus always start from rest and then it gets up to a certain speed and then it goes faster? Well, okay, but if we're looking at this as a system right now and we're basically just initially observing the bus to be moving at this speed, that's what we're going to say is the initial velocity. And what is this 2 meters per second squared telling us? What is that? Well, if it's meters per second squared, that's a good indicator that that's the acceleration. Okay, oh, we have 5 seconds here. Simple enough. What is that telling us? That's the time. The time elapsed. Oh. And what is it that we're trying to find here? What velocity does it reach? Oh, it sounds like we're trying to find out what the final velocity is. Does it say anything about the final position, or are we trying to solve for the final position at all? No, right? Okay, so that's going to be the variable that we don't care about. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, are we dealing with an average velocity? No, right? It doesn't say anything about average velocity. As a matter of fact, we know that the velocity is changing. We know that we're accelerating over here. We're not dealing with an average velocity at all. Let's look at this right now. We are trying to find the formulas that have the final position in it, and we're going to say we don't care about it. Does this one have final position in it? No. Ooh, okay. What about this one? Yeah, no, right off the bat, we got final position right there. We don't care about this formula. What about this formula? Oh yeah, yep, right there. I see it. And what about this one? Oh yeah, yep, we got final position right there, and we don't care about that one. The very first formula that we actually were considering using, that's the formula that we will use. So we have our VF is equal to our VI plus our acceleration times the delta t. Now the VF, that's the variable that we're trying to find, is equal to the VI plus the acceleration of 2 times 5. Okay, oh, this is simple enough. Look at this. We could probably just do this in our heads. And looking at that, we correctly solved this problem.